What's going on, y'all? I'm Joe Knows Money, and I'm here with
the wife.
Yeah, how about that?
Brandy Knows Money. Whoop, whoop.
So we want to give you some insight into our destination today of Lisbon, Portugal.
Lisbon.
Yeah, I feel like there's music playing in the background when I hear it.
What,
right?
what is that?
I don't know. I'm thinking about the Muslim one right now, but what's the Lisbon theme music? Lisbon, Lisbon, Lisbon. Hey, hey, that's all I got, and that's all we are gonna do today.
Okay.
All right, I had to bust it back to the 1980s. So here are the things that we love and a few things that we didn't love about Lisbon. One of the things that we love is the big city amenities, right? We're talking about the neighborhoods that are pretty much self-contained units where you can walk a short distance to go to the park, where you can go to the ocean, the river, you can go to playgrounds and museums.
And restaurants.
And restaurants galore.
Restaurants, cafes.
You know, it's a big city with big city amenities, so we absolutely love that. All right, so one of the other things that we love is how sexy of a topography that this place has, right? So we're talking about the views. You know, you get to see views of the city, you get to see the ocean, you get to...
It's so sexy. It's like the perfect place to go on a date or to catch up with your friends. Everybody's outside. Everybody is socializing in these cute little nooks. Randomly, you might run into like 100 people standing in the plaza doing like line dancing.
Yeah, we did see that.
Playing music, and everybody's just having just free-flowing fun, and the energy is definitely sexy.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen pop-up kind of restaurants or shops where they had, again, wine and food selection and things of that nature. So it's really cool. Like I said, it was super, super sexy, and we love that about the city.
And of course, you know, us being there.
Hey, we got to add the sexy. Bring the sexy back. All right, so number 3, affordability, right? The best way that I can put it is that it was like New York City with Atlanta pricing. So think of it. I mean, it's huge. It's massive. I mean, there's neighborhoods everywhere, just like New York City. And it's a destination now. I mean, people are flocking to Lisbon from around the world.
That's right.
And while, you know, through our research and things of that nature, we know that prices have gone up considerably than they have maybe 5 and 10 years ago. It's still comparably priced to like in Atlanta, which is a middle market versus a high cost of living,
like
destination like New York. There are, hundreds or thousands of different restaurants, right? It's not a bunch of chains and, Starbucks and McDonald's and all of that stuff. They have it, but very small quantities. There's mostly mom and pop shops. So I think that has a lot to do with the competition. I think drives down the price, right? So again, that was something that we loved. And then this one was really cool because we had a ton of fun, and that was mobility. So we're talking about, first off, we did a tourist thing, which was actually pretty amazing because it allowed us to see the city in quick order, the hop on, hop off bus tour, but that's not a everyday thing. But the bus system was amazing.
Oh.
I mean, it came like, every 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, tops 10. And I mean, just in Portugal in general, I feel like the transportation system is set up pretty nicely.
Yep, so we're talking buses, we're talking trains, we're talking trolleys, we're talking
scooters,
Ubers.
bikes, Ubers.
Yeah.
They have so many different ways to get around, and it's easy to find. If you can't find a bus, there's, or a train, there's Ubers, there's Lyft, there's and then they have bicycles everywhere. Just
to give you an idea of how plentiful it was, that was our first experience with e-scooter, right? But it was they had so many designated spots for you to ride it. We felt like it was safer than in, most other cities. It was super inexpensive. So it's awesome. I mean, we had a ball. Yeah. I think Brandy alluded to this earlier, just the realness. It just seems to be genuine, unpretentious when people are interacting and fellowshipping with one another. When they're gathering, and it doesn't seem like they're gathering to be seen, but they're actually gathering to enjoy the group's company that they're meeting up there. So
what do you call that?
Peacocking around. Folks weren't, just peacocking. They actually went there and actually enjoy themselves.
That's right.
There's a concept,
Yeah.
right? So one of the other items that we loved about the city is that it just felt safe overall. And, put in here safe overall, free as a Black man, but also as a Black woman, right? Just, the sense of walking to get your nails done or, going to some place to get your hair done and not being worried about the safety component. I mean, just to give you all an idea, a couple of things that stuck out. We traveled with our children, as you all know, and we were in the parks at, beyond 10 at night. And there were other parents and other children. It wasn't a irresponsible act by any stretch of the imagination, right? And so that just gives you an idea of how safe people felt, And I brought to Brandy's attention, I saw a brother who was sitting he was sitting on a park bench in a park by himself. It was dimly lit, looked like he was drinking some cerveza, right? Some beer, and no one paid him any mind, right? It wasn't any Karen.
And listen to music.
And listen to the music, yeah. There wasn't a Karen who was calling, the police on them and, violating curfew in the park or any of that kind of stuff, right? And, that's why we mentioned here, there was no unwarranted or, tension or from anybody, from the police, from other, people who live in the city. And again, as we travel the world, that's one of our qualifications for how well a place or how desirable a place is based upon how safe we feel. And it is unique to Black folks in terms of our experience around the world.